So, who do we have? Russia.
I think our next match is going to be Russia taking on Denmark now.
Yep. Get to see Albina.
Albina. She is yet another in a array of tall female world champions.
Yes.
The former Christina Berger.
Yep.
Albina Loginova. They're just terrific people too.
Nothing she hasn't won. I think Albina's won every title out there pretty much, hasn't she? At least
She's
once.
got the T-shirts to prove it. You
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah. Edinburgh World Cup, I remember.
Yep.
Pulling her arrows.
Yep.
Two-time. She defended a world championship, didn't she?
She defended a world championship.
Hardest thing to do.
I would argue it's harder than defending an Olympic medal in some ways.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's so competitive.
Yeah.
So difficult.
Yeah. And
she did it successfully.
she's
You know, Petra Eriksson comes to mind as another one who was able to just do that over and over and over again.
fantastic shooter.
Petra from Sweden, of course,
Yes.
and just across the strait from here, about 13, 14 miles.
From
something like
Malmö?
that. Well, she's not from there, but you know, Sweden itself is just so close to Sweden. You know,
Yeah.
where we are right now.
So this will be a tough match now for the Danes. They shot really, really well in that first match, Denmark. But there'll be
But
not a lot of room for
look
error
how
now.
loose they look. Look how happy they look. They look very calm and comfortable, don't they?
Yeah.
And the Russian body language, what do you think?
I think they're thinking we've just moved down the field and we haven't practiced on
Exactly. They haven't been over here. It's a whole different target.
Yeah.
It's way the heck down the field. It's a halfway down the field.
it. Yeah.
from where they were.
So they're not going to have as much. The first shot is going to be quite a bit of a finder out of for
Well,
Russia.
and about the only tree on this field is right by the Russian position there.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's Alexander and Albina from Russia. Alexander is, as my partner just mentioned, a great shooter.
He was in the last four at the last in Relic 2 years ago.
That's
so
right.
you know he's done it. He's been top 4 World Cups.
They're all
so
comfortable here. Nobody on that line right now is not comfortable with where they are.
No. So this another good match coming up.
And we'll be getting underway in just a moment. Field of play is getting cleared, but
I
with
do
our
love Mr. Dambaev's teammate's surname, Mr. Kalashnikov.
yes,
It's awesome.
I think it's maybe the coolest surname on the circuit.
It's up there with Jackson Fear. God rest his soul.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was an awesome name.
awesome guy.
Yes. Yeah.
Big in every way. Just big heart,
Yep.
and he is missed.
And he shot 95 windows
Yes, he did.
in Birmingham. It's our first.
You know
met
why I know that?
him. You were there.
Well, not just that. Not just that. He shot 1 point higher than I did at the British Indoor the day before, taking me from 3rd to 4th.
Yeah.
Ten points on the shot for Denmark, and
bit
Russia
low,
opening
yeah.
with a tough shot, 8 points. That you know what, you do not want to be giving up 2 points to Denmark.
No.
They will just eat you alive here.
Oof.
Oh my, 10 points again.
This big shot now, Albina.
Yeah,
needs to
Albina
hopefully
needs to do
right
this,
in.
and you know she very well might. 10
There we
points.
go, great
Minor.
shot. Russia alternating.
Yeah.
1-1.
How do you feel about that time-wise as a team manager? How do you think that goes?
I honestly think it's quicker. I really do. We've done a lot of testing.
Yeah. Tell me about that. What do you think?
The recurves have proven it's quicker. They've practiced and practiced and practiced. Larry Godfrey and Naomi.
Clean score from Denmark.
Yeah, I know. Awesome. Larry Godfrey and Naomi did loads of trials, and walking it off is quicker than loading your bow.
10.
And they
From
feel
Albany.
a little bit fresher. That's a good comeback from Russia there, by the way. They haven't let Denmark go away.
Good to break up that sort of thing. You don't want to stand there and shoot 2 because it kind of slows you down a little bit.
Yeah, that's what Larry and Naomi have always done that, and they always feel that you've got to do it in the final.
So I'm a big believer in practicing shoot-offs,
Yes.
right? Step up there, shoot 1 arrow for everything.
Yes.
Isn't it a little more like that when you do it that way? I mean, I think it is. I think that's good for you.
Yeah, it is. It is. So but the compounds tend to shoot 2 more than the recurves, and it's a very energetic for a compound to walk off the line. But yeah. No, going back to Jackson Fiat, I remember that 95 woman does. Obviously, I was there. I was a beginner and just, really starting to get into archery then. And I just remember we had a massive electronic leaderboard, huge. I just remember seeing at the top of it, Fiat. Your opponents are done.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So Denmark, I think. That's their third, fourth. No, they did 40, 39, 40 for their last 12 hours. Doesn't get much better than that. Yep.
We have a special guest.
Do
you mind giving up your seat for about 2 minutes?
Not a problem.
And I'll give up mine for about 2 minutes.
Yes.
And I will do it right after this match concludes, because here's who we have coming up, YouTubers.
Yes.
We're going to have the big cat, Steve Anderson, do a quick interview with Mr. Mr. Perfect Schlusser from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
We'll open up the microphones to you gentlemen just as soon as we get done with this match.
Yeah. How about that? That'll be great.
And just so you know, we were just talking about you two. We said nice things, though, for the most part. For the most part. Well, you, Mike, we said nice things about completely. Steve, well, you got to dig to find nice things. Alrighty. Everybody looks nice and loose, but the Russians are certainly a little more determined.
They look really focused, don't they?
They do,
They're
don't they?
kind of Denmark are kind of we're having fun. Russia are kind of determined.
Well, look
steely.
at Albina, man. Look at how steely-eyed she is right now.
Going back to that, when you were talking about Natalia from Eastern European steel. Katuna has that.
Another great Olympian, Katuna.
Yep.
Another one who's represented 3 countries.
Yep. Yep, going for sixth or fifth.
It'd be 6 Olympics for her because she missed one because of passport issues.
Yep.
92 is when I first ran into her.
Yep.
With the great Arto Balov, her Russian coach, her Soviet coach.
Yep.
Red Army commander of tanks, General Balov.
Wow.
Coach of the team with an iron fist over that team back then.
Yeah,
everybody was scared to death of him.
Yeah.
And he was actually a wonderful man. I just don't think I'd want to shoot for him. He was a real taskmaster. 9 points on target number 1.
Denmark opened the door a little.
Well, maybe. Looking at a liner. I am not sure that's actually a 10. The scoreboard says it is, but I'll bet you it isn't.
Albina's was definitely a 10.
I am thinking the Russians just picked up a point, so I think we could be looking at a 1-point game here. The Danes just shot a 9.
The Danes seem a little bit rushed this time.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. Here comes Martin.
That's 4 9s.
Okay. So, you know what?
Albina for the lead.
I'm thinking we are really looking at 4 9s from Denmark.
Definitely.
Albina needs a 10 here, and that's a 9. Still, tied it up. Would have been possible. Let's see what happens here. If the Danes did get a 9, we've got a tied score. I think we may be looking at a tie here, John.
Yeah, I agree fully. Yeah, but that was the first time Denmark just seemed to rush.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well,
they just seemed a little bit.
Who can say? Timing's everything, and I'm going to throw the full 80 power. Oh yeah, that's out.
Yeah.
That's out.
You can see
that is. I'm seeing yellow all the way around it.
Yeah.
That thing is out, and we have a tied score at 8 arrows down and 8 arrows to go.
Yeah. So the one thing I noticed today, I don't know if you picked up on this morning when they were shooting for their Olympic places for Rio, was 3 years ago today was the first day of competition in Lords.
1 year, or 3 years ago now.
Today was
3 years ago today.
First matches men's team. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
I think we just lost one of our cameras for a moment there.
The wind is attacking the umbrella.
Wind is attacking the cameras.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that an archer fixing it?
Yeah.
That's awfully
it's
nice.
A coach. Coaches love to help them.
Yes. They're like the AV geeks in high school.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Just to show you how...
3 years ago, huh?
3 years ago.
Wow. Seems like yesterday.
It's a brilliant sunshine and pouring rain, if I remember right.
We had everything. We had everything.
Yeah.
Including the best crowd I've ever seen at the Olympic Games. And the best venue.
I could never... I was talking to somebody about it yesterday. The first match came out of the whole event, which was Great Britain v Ukraine men. And I was stood right by the entrance gate for the teams to go in. And as they announced, you announced Great Britain, Larry Godfrey, Alan Wills, Simon.
Remember just the wall of noise.
Wall. I felt it hit my body.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Wall of noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was like that the whole week. It was fantastic.
Yeah, but the best thing was the very, very, very first match. I remember somebody shot a 7 and the crowd, very polite British applause. By the second day, if it wasn't a 10, they were going, ooh.
Yeah. Tough crowd.
Yeah, they were a tough crowd. I think you told them a few times.
I did. It was actually noted by some news reporters that I was admonishing the crowd when they'd boo for a 9.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They didn't boo.
They learned. They were learning through the week of what was good and what wasn't.
Well, they had expectations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now Lords was a tricky place to shoot because of the wind.
Very, shooting into the unknown.
And no one had ever shot there in that configuration before. There, of course, there was a test event, but the big wall and the big video screen and the stands, none of that had been there. So completely changed the dynamic. Yeah.
13 meters high on the right, 11 meters high on the left, that wall.
Yeah. Wouldn't have known. Looked nice and straight to me.
It did, yeah.
Was that for rain? Is that what that's meant for? Slope stuff? Just how it is.
It was the slope. The slope
cricket
on
pitches
Lords
have a
was
slope.
that big.
See,
Lords does.
as you well know, I don't know much about cricket pitches.
Yeah.
To my everlasting sorrow, I don't know much about cricket pitches.
We all learned that lesson, George, that week.
I don't think we'll...
10, there we go. Denmark back in the groove. There we go. Good.
Yeah, that was awkward. All right, there's a solid 10. And a 9. Here comes Russia. Russia, 10 points.
Albina is
she's
on fire.
The blood's in the water,
match.
and Albina's got her fin above the surface.
She's up for this. Martin's up for it too.
Martin is too. He's not going to give any quarter.
Yeah.
But I bet they really don't want to be behind right now. Oh, no. There's a 9. Was that Alexander?
Yep. Yeah.
And a 10.
Back in the groove for Martin there. Had it bad him again.
Watch Albina go to tie this up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Strong.
Look at her. She's like a statue out there.
Yeah.
10 points.
10. Good match.
Hold on. Yes, it's a 10.
39 apiece.
It actually almost deflected off her arrow.
Yeah.
115 points each. 39 on the end.
I always think the second to last end is a real game changer sometimes for these things.
This may... What do you think? Shoot off potential?
I hope so.
I hope so too, because it'll be a heck of a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoot-offs are 1 arrow from each team, remember. Yeah. So...
And then it's on score, and then closest to middle.
Closest to middle. We've had an interesting experience today. I learned something new, and I thought I knew a bit about this game. But earlier today we had a match.
Yep.
And it was shoot-off between 2 teams.
Yes.
The judge had to measure all 3 arrows until she finally decided that there was a ½ millimeter difference on the 3rd arrow. Never saw that before.
Same happened at the European Championships last year. Britain v Swiss. And... Chris White was very happy that his 8 was better than Patrizio's.
Sometimes the rules work in your favor.
I know. It's brilliant. Yeah. Yeah. Really good.
I suppose these archers are really key to paying attention to making sure their scorecards are correct, eh?
Yes. Absolutely.
I think most archers will be really careful about scorecards, at least for the next foreseeable future. I'm looking at Steve Anderson and wondering if he's going to pick up this topic I'm laying down when he takes over in just a moment.
It's happened too many times last year.
It happened to the Koreans.
Yeah.
It happened to the Koreans.
Yeah, it happened to the French.
How does this happen to professional archers?
Yeah.
At this tournament, I even heard them do the announcement in Russian to warn them. How does this happen? I don't get it.
I just think sometimes the last thing you're thinking of is what you're doing.
And you know, by no means are we the only sport where this kind of thing has happened. Look at golf. My goodness.
A lot.
You know, British Open, Masters.
Yeah, US a few
Except the
years
difference is they're losing millions of dollars by screwing up their scorecard.
Yes. It's tough when it happens, but everybody needs to learn from it.
It's hideous. It's a hideous feeling because you know in your heart of hearts the guy shot the score.
Yeah.
But we have a rule, and the integrity of our sport requires that rule be applied equally to everyone.
Absolutely. Happened to the British team in Turin.
Yeah.
One of our archers signed 10 points less. The effect was they dropped from 12th to 16th.
I remember I was there.
Match against Korea, and
yeah, you don't want to be in that bracket.
No.
Okay, here we go with the last regulation scoring end.
Yeah,
good chance of I will not be shocked if we have ourselves a shoot-off.
I enjoy a shoot. I always enjoy a shoot-off. Seen Denmark under pressure. 10, great shot.
Yep. 10 points. Actually, you know what? The Danish arrow might be a 9. Russia's an X.
Definitely a 10. Yeah.
But Denmark, I'm going to take a closer look. John, I don't think that's in.
No. Looking at it more, no. 2 9 seconds.
Yeah, now they've got 9s for sure. Yep. At least 1 9 and maybe a 10.
There's
and
2
Russia,
X's. Russia.
Oh my.
Absolutely powering.
There's not going to be any quarter given here, and there's 2 arrows to go from each team.
No, Martin needed a 10.
You do not want 9s. Not when now we've got Loginova getting ready to, actually it's Mr. Dambaev. And there's a 10, 10, 10 from Russia.
10 from
9,
Martin, but
9 and a 10.
This is only
all Russia's got to do is put this in the gold and it's done. Done.
8?
Gold will win.
Gold will win, yeah.
When's the last time you saw Albina shoot an 8? There's an X.
Yeah.
Russian Federation takes the match. Massive win.
Stunning last end.
Stunning. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Albina was the highest scorer in that match.